And hello and welcome, pool fans from all over the world. Another beautiful day here in Las Vegas, day 5 of 11 of the
Xin chào mừng tất cả quý vị khán giả kênh Billiard Pool VN. Chúng ta cùng đến với trận bán kết 2 trong khuôn khổ giải thi đấu American Junior Showdown. Và trận đấu trên màn hình chúng ta đây, trận đấu giữa hai tay cơ trẻ của Mỹ. Bên tay phải màn hình của chúng ta đó chính là cơ thủ Laz Martinez và bên tay trái đó chính là Payne Mcbride. Trận của Minh Tài thì có live anh em nhé, nhưng mà sẽ live ở trên, có khả năng là live trên điện thoại. Cái trận thi đấu này là trận thi đấu ở trong giải trẻ, giải đến bán kết rồi. Và giải trẻ thì chắc chắn là không có filler, mà giải trẻ này chỉ dành cho trẻ của Mỹ thôi. Anh em đợi mình tí nha, mình reset lại cái suộc feed cho nó nét. Ok rồi, mọi thứ đã được quay trở lại rồi. Xin chào bạn Phan Văn Tiệp, xin chào bạn Reup và xin chào bạn Tâm Sáng Tha Thu nha. Ở ngày hôm nay thì ở trong ngày thi đấu hôm nay thì chúng ta có 4 trận thi đấu, 4 khung giờ, 2 giờ, 4 giờ, 7 rưỡi và 9 rưỡi sáng. Nguyễn Hoàng Minh Tài thì sẽ thi đấu vào lúc 4 giờ anh em nhé, 4 giờ sáng. Chúng ta sẽ đến với cú phá của Laz Martinez. Rồi, cú phá không có bi mục tiêu, rơi xuống lỗ. Bi số 1 lúc này đang nằm ở vị trí tương đối khó và đang mở ra một đường chạy đạn dành cho Mcbride. Chém con bi số 1 vào lỗ góc bên tay trái thì khá là rủi ro. Con này khả năng là đưa bi cái ra đằng sau bi số 8. Hồng đang cắm đầu gậy xuống, có vẻ như là muốn đưa ra đằng sau bi số 3. Ở góc đấy thì không thể đưa được ra đằng sau bi số 3 rồi. Bi số 1 đã phơi ra dành cho Laz Martinez. Một pha thủ bi hơi non lực đến từ vị trí, không chính xác hơn là hơi non kinh nghiệm đến từ Mcbride. Dẫu sao thì con bi số 1 này vẫn là một con bi khó. Cắm cái đầu gậy xuống đục trô của bi số 1 để điều bi số 2 không thành công đến từ vị trí của Laz Martinez. Và vẫn sẽ là cơ hội vào bàn dành cho Mcbride. Bi số 1 tạm thời nó đang đuôi đằng sau bi số 2 và bi số 8. Vẫn còn đường A1 băng.
Do you call the 10 almost on that? If you go rail first, you hit the 1, you can... There's something on the 10 inside if he wants to be creative, but he's more conservative than creative.
Và con bi này thì sẽ A vào gần cái mom lỗ giữa, ăn vào má bên tay trái con bi số 1. Rồi như vậy là đã phơi ra dành cho Laz Martinez có thể đưa con bi số 1 về lỗ giữa. Tuy nhiên là cái tình huống này vẫn sẽ là một tình huống má rất mỏng. Như vậy quyết định đưa ra là một quyết định tương đối an toàn đến từ Laz Martinez, chạy đạn thôi. Vẫn mở ra một cái má chạm con bi số 1 thì phải. Theo cái góc máy quay này thì có thể cảm nhận là vẫn còn má chạm bên tay trái. Nhưng mà tuy nhiên là Mcbride thì đang muốn tấn công con bi số 1 này luôn. Không, quyết định là một cú đánh trực tiếp. À đâu, vẫn phải sút tê đấy chứ. Vào hơi dày má con bi số 1. Vẫn đang cò cưa nhau ở trong con bi đầu tiên. Ở đây là trận bán kết rồi, vậy nên là cả hai cơ thủ của chúng ta sẽ đều có cho mình những quyết tâm lớn nhất để đặt tên mình vào trận chung kết. Liệu có phải là một cái pha dò con bi số 6? Rồi, chính xác là một pha carom bi số 6 vẫn đang nằm ở vị trí khó ở con bi số 1. Thêm một lần nữa Laz Martinez đưa ra một cái pha chạy đạn, và lần này thì pha chạy đạn nó có thể là sẽ làm khó được Payne Mcbride. Vẫn còn đường để A1 băng, A2 băng. Và bằng rất bình tĩnh đến từ Mcbride. Tuy nhiên là bi số 1 lần này thì nó chính thức đã phơi ra dành cho Laz Martinez rồi. Vẫn sẽ là một cái thử thách con bi đường xa. Chỉ cần là một điều ra hai thôi. Trận thi đấu của chúng ta đã căng thẳng ngay từ trong những cái giây phút đầu tiên. Má hơi vếch con bi số 2. Có thể lựa chọn một đầu gậy cắm một băng ra. Rất đáng tiếc dành cho Laz Martinez khi mà con bi số 2 đó nó lắc lỗ và ở lại cửa lỗ. Cơ hội vào bàn dành cho Payne Mcbride. Với cái hình bi này đang không có cái gì khó khăn dành cho tay cờ trẻ người Mỹ. Bi số 5 có lẽ sẽ được ghép với bi số 7 mà thôi.
Well, I've always said the hardest games to win are the first and the last.
Yeah.
You start out with opening jitters, and then you pressure yourself to want to close it out.
Yeah. Let's see. can see there's actually Payne's mom in the back.
Đẩy nhẹ lên một chút. Làm sao cho con bi chủ nó không côn băng để thực hiện một tình huống ghép 5-7. Cú đánh bàn lề dành cho Payne Mcbride và hơi nhẹ lực thì phải. Có thể xử lý được con bi số 5 này. Và hãy cùng chờ xem là liệu với cú đánh bằng lết của Payne Mcbride, hãy chờ xem tài năng trẻ người Mỹ có thể xử lý thành công con bi số 5 này hay không. Vẫn là một gương mặt rất tập trung và quyết tâm đến từ Payne Mcbride. Chính xác. Và sau khi con bi mục tiêu số 5 rơi xuống lỗ thì có lẽ đó sẽ là điểm số đầu tiên dành cho Payne Mcbride mà thôi. Bi số 8 được đưa về lỗ giữa. Đẩy một băng lên điều bi số 9. Ui, hơi giật một xíu ở con bi số 8. Chắc là có lẽ bị ảnh hưởng ít nhiều bởi tâm lý thi đấu rồi. Vào hơi mỏng má con bi số 8 và suýt chút nữa thì đã trượt ra ngoài. Vẫn là một cái pha xử lý rất gọn gàng đến từ Payne Mcbride và xứng đáng có cho mình điểm số đầu tiên sau những con bi tương đối là chật vật. Rất điềm tĩnh và chính xác. Tỷ số được mở dành cho Payne Mcbride. Tỷ số là 1-0. Ván thi đấu vừa rồi là một cái ván thi đấu có vẻ như là cả hai cơ thủ trẻ của chúng ta chưa được vào tay, khi mà liên tục có những pha xử lý lỗi ở những con bi quyết định. Nhưng mà tuy nhiên là Payne Mcbride là người nắm bắt cơ hội tốt hơn so với Laz Martinez. Giải này độ tuổi từ, nếu mình nhớ không nhầm thì là U17 anh em ạ. U17, U17, U18. Chắc chắn là từ 18 trở xuống thôi. Ví dụ như tầm 20 thì được gọi là thanh niên rồi. 18 tuổi năm nay 2025 thì vị trí là các tay cơ này sinh năm khoảng 2007. Không, mình nói hơi sớm rồi, có bi mục tiêu rơi xuống lỗ dành cho Payne Mcbride. Mình đang định nói là không có bi mục tiêu nào rơi xuống lỗ cả. Tuy nhiên là con bi số 1 này vẫn sẽ là một cái tình huống khó. Thậm chí là con bi số 2 cũng là một con bi tình huống ở trên bàn thi đấu. Chạy đạn luôn ở trong cái tình huống con bi số 1 này, đưa con bi cái ra đằng sau con bi số 2. Pha này có chỉ lỗ nhưng mà có vẻ như là chỉ tượng trưng thôi.
the World Championship, the World Junior Championship. But I wanted to we wanted to show up.
Ui, một cái pha tấn công chính xác hơn là một pha phòng ngự, nhưng mà sau khi mà con bi số 1 nó mắc vào cái mom lỗ và đang mở ra hình bi dành cho Laz Martinez, cơ thủ trẻ đang thuộc Pro Team, không, chính xác không phải Pro Team mà là Junior Team của Qtech. Bi số 1 đẩy một băng ra, kiểm soát lực ra bi số 2. Lấy cho mình một cái má vừa đủ ăn con bi số 2 là được. Tiếp tục là ép nhẹ một băng ra, đánh con bi số 3 đường xa, không có vấn đề gì dành cho Laz Martinez. Như vậy là tất cả những cái tình huống khó đều đã được giải quyết chỉ bằng một đường cơ với Laz Martinez. Sau khi mà Payne Mcbride để phơi ra con bi số 1, tiếp tục sẽ là một cú đẩy một băng, có cài áp phê bên tay phải, không, chính xác là bên tay trái của Laz Martinez. Hơi mạnh lực rồi. Thế này thì sẽ phải chấp nhận với cái việc đánh con bi số 6 ở vị trí xa một chút. Sáu ép một băng điểu 7. 5 con bi mục tiêu còn lại với Laz Martinez. Và nếu như mà đi hết được cái hình bi này thì Laz Martinez sẽ có cho mình một chấm đơn. Quyết định lựa chọn một cú đánh cao đầu gậy. Như vậy là đẩy 2 băng lên để điều con bi số 7. Lấy cho mình một cái cự ly gần để nhìn rõ hơn cái điểm ăn con bi số 7. Vẫn là những cái màn xử lý, những đường cơ cực kỳ chính xác đến từ Laz Martinez. Cực kỳ thanh thoát và mềm mại.
He shows a lot of promise. He shows a lot of, he's just so comfortable with everything around the table. Maybe not so much in the first game, but once he gets rolling, he looks really good. He looked exceptionally good playing Tony Tran.
Có vẻ như cú đánh trong con bi số 8 vừa rồi hơi mạnh lực thì phải. Vị trí đặt cầu tay đang là tương đối khó chịu với Laz Martinez. Những cái con bi như này mà đánh không tin tay là trượt ngay. Chính xác. Và con bi số 10, con bi cuối cùng, con bi quan trọng nhất ở trên bàn thi đấu. Có lẽ là nó sẽ thuộc về Laz Martinez mà thôi. Cái góc độ má này không phải là một góc độ quá khó. Cự ly cũng là cự ly rất gần. Thành công và tỷ số được cân bằng là 1-1.
I'm in Texas, yes. That's. I mean, I'm Laz played and Gabe played when they were 13. I think they stopped for a few years and they came back, but yeah, they've been around. 1-1 first set, winner break format. So we'll see if Laz can capitalize on the break because he break the first time, right? Try the first time.
Well, they're tied at 1. This is a race to 4. 2 out of 3 sets. If they are tied a set apiece, it will go to a third and deciding set. And if that is tied at hill, we'll see a shootout.
We saw one in the junior, I think. Only one, right? There were one on TV table 1 shootout. Was Connor against Savannah, I think, was a shootout.
Well, there was a shootout. There was an did Laz? Let me check something real quick.
Tiếp tục sẽ là cú phá dành cho Laz Martinez
Check to see if they had
với vị trí đặt con bi chủ quen thuộc.
no, Laz beat him straight out, 2 sets straight over Tony. No, I mean,
Cú phá cực kỳ mạnh,
he won the third set.
nhưng mà dường như là trọng tài xếp bi không được khít rồi.
Not an easy table, so you might see a
Không, nhưng mà nói đi thì cũng phải nói lại, với cái việc xếp khuôn này để mà xếp khít thì cực kỳ khó.
actually see that one. It doesn't seem like it, but
Now, there is
Và ngay bây giờ đây thì con bi số 1 nó đang là thử thách dành cho Payne Mcbride. Hình bi là cực kỳ rắc rối, đặc biệt là ở trong cụm bi 4, 1, 7 và 10.
and slide the cue ball off the floor. Play the floor ball.
yeah.
Mình có để ý thêm cả con bi số 3 cũng sẽ là một con bi tình huống.
Play a push out and try to play safe directly, but he's playing the 4, so he can see the 1 more than we think, but he's playing the 4, and if he plays that correctly, he can have even the 1-10 combo after that. Okay, so that was really thin.
He was able to nibble it.
Yeah.
And
Và có lẽ là hai cơ thủ nhí của chúng ta sẽ
same.
giằng co nhau con bi số 1 khá thời lượng ở trong ván đấu. Bởi vì đây sẽ là một trong những con bi quan trọng nhất.
Like, what do you get out of that? Like, is it going to be safe? Or
Ăn được con bi số 1 và ăn được con bi số 3 thì có lẽ là ván thi đấu sẽ kết thúc.
I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to work for him. He's going to do it soft.
Rồi, như vậy là lỗi rồi. Một cú A băng không đủ băng đến từ Laz Martinez. Quyền đặt bi ở trong tay của Payne Mcbride và sẽ tiếp tục là một pha chạy đạn.
good distance. I mean, you have the 7, the
sure.
6, the 3, the 9 that you can go behind.
He's got to find a place to get that cue ball behind the 9 ball if possible. If you can put that cue ball behind the 9 ball, it'll be an impossible hit for Laz.
Yeah.
And he's got a nice avenue here. Wants to come up from the bottom rail behind the 9, not come straight to it. No, this I don't like this. He had to come from the bottom to come up towards it to really take away, and he took it away anyway.
Rồi, một pha bắt đuôi rất tốt của Payne Mcbride.
Because there is no gap between the 6 and 7.
Cái tình huống này thì khá là khó dành cho Laz Martinez.
6, 7.
I mean,
Không thể nào đánh xuyên qua cái khe 6-7 được, mà cũng không có đường A băng.
can make it rim out. That might be better than.
Nếu như mà không chạm được vào con bi số 1 này thì sẽ là báo động đỏ dành cho Laz Martinez.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to go for it.
If he doesn't
Yeah,
open it up,
just
he's going to
open
get
it and
Rồi, chấp nhận là phá hình ra.
let's see where
Và để xem là
Payne decides
liệu Payne Mcbride sẽ muốn đi hình hay là bắt thêm một cái đuôi nữa dành cho Laz Martinez.
to be perfect on it to play it. He might, so he's going to try to put him behind the 7. He's going to play the 3.
Yeah, so he wants to play the yeah.
Có thể đẩy con bi số 1 lên và đưa con bi cái ra đằng sau con bi số 7.
And send that
Hình bi này vẫn còn tình huống của con bi số 3 và có lẽ là sẽ là bắt đuôi 3 đến từ Mcbride.
The other thing is, if he gets this foul, then he's open to it. I mean, it's easy to get the third one.
Well, he's on 2, so that would be the 3rd. Yeah, here we go.
Rất tốt với cái pha bắt đuôi.
So
Và bắt đuôi cực kỳ khó dành cho Laz Martinez. Và bây giờ thì
that's why we have a ref for.
tay cơ trẻ người Mỹ đang cần phải có cho mình những cái tính toán nút số cực kỳ kỹ trong cái cú đánh này. Không chạm được vào con bi số 1 rồi, và như vậy là tỷ số sẽ được nâng lên thành 2-1 dành cho Mcbride sau cái pha bắt 3 đuôi cực kỳ hay.
It can get away from you real quick, and you can get back in it real quick in these short races to 4. Every shot makes a big difference, which is part of the reason for this short format.
Yeah, that's why we decided for that format. It's to not feel comfortable in your chair when you make a mistake, because you can be up 3-0, you miss one ball, and you know, we never had a perfect set, so nobody broke and run 4. But you miss at 3-0, 3-1, he's breaking 3-2, like you feel the pressure coming up. And now we have the stats showing, and it's funny, Laz spent more time on the table, but Payne is leading 2-1. But you can see the player overall performance.
Đây, như chúng ta có thể thấy được những cái thông số ở trên màn ảnh, đó chính là thông số 3 ván thi đấu vừa qua. Hiện tại thì những cái chỉ số nó đang nghiêng về cho Payne Mcbride. Tuy nhiên là vẫn chưa có sự chênh lệch quá nhiều, bởi vì cái ván thi đấu vừa rồi là một cái ván thi đấu bắt 3 đuôi. Vẫn là một cái cú phá cực kỳ mạnh, nhưng không có bi mục tiêu rơi xuống lỗ dành cho Payne Mcbride. Với việc mà thi đấu ở nội dung 10 bi xếp khuôn, nó sẽ khiến cho cú phá của các cầu thủ sẽ là một thử thách rất lớn.
Safety available behind the 3, but I think he's going to attack here.
Yeah, Laz is all out. Like, yeah, if the offense is there,
I like attacking here. And Lay's nice.
Usually going for it. There we go. See, did he overrun it though?
Đã ăn được thành công con bi số 1, nhưng bi mục tiêu số 2 nó vẫn đang đuôi đằng sau con bi số 5, và ngay lập tức là tay cơ trẻ người Mỹ phải ra để lấy cho mình cây gậy sút tê rồi. Rất khó để có thể kiểm soát lực từ con bi số 1 ra con bi số 2 trong tình huống vừa rồi. Vị trí đặt cầu tay cũng là tương đối khó chịu dành cho Laz Martinez. Không thành công. Hơi đáng tiếc dành cho Laz Martinez, và vẫn sẽ là cơ hội vào bàn cho Payne Mcbride. Có vẻ như là vẫn còn một cái má để có thể ăn con bi số 2 vào lỗ giữa. Một cú đánh rất thoát tay của Payne Mcbride, kéo hẳn một băng về mở má bi số 1, chính xác hơn là bi số 3. Bi số 4 sẽ được ghép vào bi số 7. Quan trọng nhất là lấy một cái má nào để ghép cho thuận lợi nhất, nên là lấy má bên tay trái của bi số 4. Rồi, hơi nhẹ lực rồi. Ý tưởng thì là điều 2 băng. Và để xem là liệu Payne Mcbride sẽ làm gì. Chỉ lỗ cân cho con bi số 4, ý tưởng sẽ là chạy đạn. Đưa con bi chủ ra đằng sau con bi số 8. Rồi, ý tưởng là chạy đạn, nhưng mà vô tình cái tình huống rơi con bi số 4 đó nó lại khiến cho Payne Mcbride gặp khó con bi số 5 rồi. Cực kỳ khó. Vẫn là A giữa mặt con bi số 5. Cơ hội vào bàn dành cho Laz Martinez. Bi số 5 ghép vào bi số 6 sẽ là đẹp nhất.
I saw on the one pocket were exceptionally good, and it was played in a way that makes one pocket very favorable.
Chính xác. Dựng một băng lên, tiếp tục là con bi số 5 được đưa về cùng lỗ. Hình bi đã hoàn toàn được mở ra với Laz Martinez. Cơ hội để cho tài năng trẻ người Mỹ có thể cân bằng tỷ số với Payne Mcbride. Mỗi set thi đấu của chúng ta sẽ là chạm 4. Vậy nên là các cầu thủ sẽ không có quá nhiều cơ hội để sửa sai. Vẫn là những cái cú ra gọn chính xác của Laz Martinez. Đẩy một băng ra và điều con bi số 10 vào lỗ giữa. Điểm số sẽ được cân bằng là 2 đều. Con bi số 10 này là một con bi cực kỳ đơn giản. Thành công và tỷ số được cân bằng 2 đều.
Then he defeated Aaron Arganoza from Canada and Fabian Brewer. And Hui Chan Lu.
Yeah, it's a strong player from Taiwan. But like I said, I think the more Laz plays, the more he's loose and...
Thế trận của chúng ta vẫn đang ở thế cân bằng. Cả hai cầu thủ đều có những cú đánh không tốt và cũng có những cú đánh điểm nhấn ở trong ván thi đấu. Cụ thể ở trong ván thi đấu vừa rồi thì Laz Martinez đã có một pha combo 5-6 cực kỳ hoàn hảo để đồng thời rồi mở ra ván thi đấu. Vẫn là một cú vá cực kỳ mạnh và lần này thì đã có bi rơi xuống lỗ. Bi số 1 nó lao thẳng vào lỗ góc bên tay phải phía xa. Vẫn sẽ là cơ hội vào bàn dành cho Laz Martinez. Tuy nhiên con bi số 2 này, cái má chém con bi số 2 vào lỗ giữa là một cái má tương đối mỏng. Chém con bi số 2 va đầu con bi số 6. Rất chính xác đến từ vị trí của Laz Martinez. Và hiện tại thì tài năng trẻ nước Mỹ vẫn đang có cơ hội để dọn bàn. Tuy nhiên con bi mục tiêu số 5 nó bị chắn mất hai cái lỗ góc và chỉ còn duy nhất một đường để ăn vào lỗ giữa. Không thành công rồi. Bi số 3 nó đã ăn vào hơi dày. Cơ hội sẽ được trao trả lại với Payne Mcbride. Ôi, nhưng mà làm cái gì đây? Điều sai má. Con bi số... Không, chính xác hơn là con bi số 3 nó sai má, khiến cho Payne Mcbride không xử lý được ra con bi số 4. Bắt buộc phải chạy đạn thôi. Suýt chút nữa thì con bi số 9 nó đã rơi. Sẽ là A bằng. A bằng chạm vào con bi số 4 và gọi lỗ con bi số 9. Rất chính xác đến từ Laz Martinez. Nhưng con bi số 4 này vẫn đang ra khó nha.
Could have been, you know, frozen to the 5. That would be best, but
comes off the rail a little more, and he's got a really nice shot because he wouldn't have this bank available. And the short bank, when you're that close to the rail, it's hard to really see your angle. This could be kicked in.
I play that with speed, though. Yeah. Good distance if you don't make it.
Now it's open for Laz. And I think with this one shot, he puts himself
Vẫn đang giằng co nhau con bi số 4. Đây sẽ là con bi chìa khóa của cả hai cầu thủ.
Interesting. I thought he would choose the other side.
I thought too, but when I saw his you know, his shaft high, but did you see how he stayed in position? Like he didn't move after his stroke. He was looking at the cue ball still being down and stuff like that. So we all have that tendency when we play, you know, to stand up on those kind of shots when you're not sure. But he's really mature on his game. I was impressed during the whole year. So.
Rồi, như vậy là người giành chiến thắng ở trong ván thi đấu này có lẽ sẽ là Laz Martinez mà thôi. 4 con bi cuối cùng này rất đơn giản. Trô lại về để hướng con bi số 8 vào lỗ giữa. Hơi nhẹ lực rồi. Vẫn còn tình huống. Bây giờ là đẩy con bi số 8. Làm sao để con bi chủ nó không va với con bi số 10. Tình huống trô không được tốt của Laz Martinez.
It and he's going to be on the rail for the other one. He has some margin for that. Just a taster to be up 3-2, but
chấp nhận với cái việc đánh con bi số 10 đường xa một chút. Và con bi này sẽ có một số những cái rủi ro nhất định dành cho Laz Martinez. Đây là cái con bi quan trọng để có cho mình điểm số hưu. Chính xác, và tỷ số là 3-2. Con bi rất áp lực của Laz Martinez. Và em đã thực hiện thành công.
Come back for the banks at one point.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Vincent. I look forward to it.
Yeah, have a good one.
Vincent Rochefort, our director for Predator events. That means for here in the U.S. and Europe. He's quite a worker. I've been working with him now, going on 10 years, Vincent.
Sao thở dốc vậy? Thực ra là mình bị tắc mũi anh em ạ. Mình bị tắc mũi nên là cái cảm giác mà nói ra nó bị thở, nó cứ bị không ra hơi ấy. Anh em đừng nghĩ bậy nghĩ bạ nha. Vẫn sẽ là cú phá dành cho Laz Martinez. Không có bi mục tiêu rơi xuống lỗ, và ngay lúc này đây thì con bi số 1 nó đang mở ra đường tấn công dành cho Payne Mcbride. Hãy cùng đảo qua một lượt với cái hình bi này. Chỉ có duy nhất cái tình huống điều bi số 2 ra bi số 3 có thể làm khó được Payne Mcbride. Lấy má gần như thẳng con bi số 3 sẽ là đẹp nhất.
Martinez's style is a carbon copy of Shane Van Bonen.
And exactly what player were we commentating on that said his favorite player was Albin Ocean?
That was Nico Konkol, who's in the other semifinal now.
We were doing a match and Vince asked me, "Do you know who his favorite player is?" And I said, "Albin Ocean." And he goes, "No, Shane Van Bonen."
Lazaro?
Lazaro. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see that his style, sure. the stance, the setup, the pre-shot routine. It's all very similar to Shane, and you know what a smart player to copy off of.
Yeah, and Vince made some great points on how I think we do need to highlight our American players in the junior.
Có khả năng là sẽ đẩy nhẹ lên một chút, hoặc là đẩy hẳn sang bên tay trái của con bi số 4.
Strong in the girls division. You can see Lazaro, who defeated Adrian in the round previous. Payne's coming up strong now. Looks like Nico's going to be kind of a new kid on the scene. A lot of good things happening.
Đây sẽ là con bi chìa khóa quan trọng nhất ở trên bàn thi đấu, và ngay lập tức là Payne Mcbride đã trượt ở trong con bi số 3. Cơ hội vào bàn lại được trao lại dành cho Laz Martinez, nhưng mà con bi số 3 này vẫn chưa thể nào tấn công ngay được.
Every bit of 700.
Yeah, he's moving up quickly. Nico and Savannah are playing in the other semifinal going on right now.
Let's update this.
10 in the bottom left, kind of an encase call, more looking to get safe here.
Well, in that other semifinal, Savannah leads 3-2 in the first set.
Wow.
Over Nico Kunkel.
For the cue ball, he's okay, but he's going to leave the 3. Martinez is going to be looking to get a good angle on the 6 here. Going to be some movement from 5 to 6, but that'll be the key to the rack.
Tiếp tục ra phơi con bi số 3. Vẫn sẽ là một con bi đường xa với Laz Martinez. Nhưng mà con bi này cái độ khó nó không phải là quá khó. Vẫn có thể xử lý được.
Shot of the back arm, Martinez there, rock steady. Got straight on the 4. Most obvious cue ball movement would be just moving the cue ball to the right, but I believe he's too straight for that, so I'm going to possibly draw straight back and develop some angle on the opposite side of the table. Might have an angle going to the left. In that case,
Bi chìa khóa ở trong ván thi đấu này đã được xử lý thành công. Phần còn lại của ván thi đấu này có lẽ sẽ là phần dọn bàn của Laz Martinez. Một cú trô cực kỳ thoát tay, trô hẳn một băng.
there in these last 4 or 5 balls for the first set.
Những con bi còn lại trên bàn thì sẽ không quá khó dành cho Laz Martinez.
I might be tempted to play into the 7.
Yeah, you could draw below the 7 too and play in the long pocket if you feel like you are going too far to the right. Okay, he's going to draw around it.
Oh, nicely done.
See if the cue ball's running into the 9 here. I think if anything it is running a bit to the left of the 9.
Good choice and nice decision by Laz. Sometimes when you bump that ball, it looked very easy to just push towards the pocket and end up well on it. But some of those shots that look very easy sometimes get away from you.
Yeah, you have to be pinpoint
sure.
on where you're contacting the next ball. Stun it over, did that well. Still not in perfect line, but he'll be happy to be where he's at. One rail out with some right spin here.
As a semi-finalist, the loser here will have to settle for $12.50, but the winner goes on for either $5,000 first place or $3,000 runner-up.
Yeah, good prize money on offer for the juniors here, and they're used to playing for smaller prize money or medals, which is fine, but a little bit of a different element when you're adding the prize money in.
And as Vincent mentioned, these players were entered into the Las Vegas Men's Open at no entry fee, and Laz has already cashed $1,094 just by making the final 32.
Bi mục tiêu cuối cùng, bi mục tiêu số 10 dành cho Laz Martinez. Độ tĩnh cực kỳ cao và rất quyết tâm trong con bi số 10 vừa rồi. Tỷ số là 4-2. Set thi đấu đầu tiên đã kết thúc với thắng lợi dành cho Laz Martinez. Và chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau đến với set thi đấu thứ 2. Có vẻ như là Payne Mcbride sẽ cần phải nghỉ ngơi một chút trước khi đến với hiệp 2 của ván thi đấu, chính xác hơn là trận thi đấu. Anh em đừng đi đâu cả nha. Hai cầu thủ chúng ta sẽ quay trở lại sau ít phút nữa mà thôi.
And we are back to the live action. Players still have not come back from their break. They have a break in between sets to begin our second set. Good video, shows a lot of personalities, a lot of good action we see here in Vegas. A lot of you that are home watching on the stream don't get to see it in live action until you see these little videos. A lot of personalities here. And now some of the stats from the first set of this junior showdown. American Junior Showdown. American juniors being highlighted, making a statement around the world. 4-2 score. Laz at the table 56% of the time with a 778 overall performance.
Yeah, Martinez looks strong in the safe department there, coming in at 83%. McBride had 5 safe returns. Martinez was only 1 for 4 on the break, so had to definitely bring out a safe game to get ahead of McBride there. Very few missed balls, under 3 and under for both players.
Yeah, Payne won the first game, lost the second, won the third, but then Laz rattles off 3 games in a row. They were highly contested. I mean, these guys played their safeties back and forth, and but when they got a chance, they both closed out and ran some balls. Nice job from both of them. I would venture to say that the winner of this match just may go on and win the tournament. They're going to face either Savannah Easter or Nico Kronkel. But I will say, Nico played exceptionally well. Savannah is as tough as, oh, I can't use that rhyme, can I? As heck. And so it doesn't have to happen that way. They're going to be in a final, and they're going to know it.
Yeah, final's going to be up at 4 o'clock Pacific today. Last 32 and last 16 action from the Las Vegas Men's Open at 1 and 6:30.
Yeah, Vince mentioned that Laz's younger brother plays pretty strong, and I believe he's somewhere at about 700, maybe just a little over 700 Fargo.
Really?
Yes.
What, so is he like 13 or 14? He's really young, or?
Rồi, và chúng ta đã được quay trở lại với cái trận đấu này. Cú phá của Payne Mcbride tiếp tục không có bi rơi xuống lỗ, và lần này hình bi nó lại phơi ra dành cho Laz Martinez. Chắc là chỉ có duy nhất điều từ bi số 1 ra bi số 2, lấy má bi số 2 điều ra bi số 3 sẽ là tình huống mà Laz Martinez cần phải xử lý thôi. Bởi vì cái má của bi số 3 điều ra bi số 4 mới là cái tình huống quan trọng nhất ở trong ván thi đấu này. Khi mà con bi số 4 chỉ có duy nhất một đường riêng bên lỗ góc bên tay phải gần màn hình. Lấy má hơi mỏng con bi số 3.
cross table twice. Shot. Went into it.
Không được rồi, vẫn ra một cái má khó của mình số 4 và sẽ phải chạy đạn thêm một lần nữa. Vẫn chưa thể nào giải quyết ngay được con bi số 4. Chỉ còn duy nhất một cái má chạm dành cho Payne Mcbride.
McBride's really settling in. He's played in a fair bit of major men's events now. Knowing he had to call his extension immediately there, hadn't figured out his kick angle. He's played well in this tournament. Looked like a foul to me. Yeah, barely.
Maybe we'll see that one again.
Referee.
The referee didn't call it?
Ooh, it was close.
It was real close.
Martinez kind of coming in with a pouted lip, thinking he might have fouled. It was close. I just got a second look on your screen over there. It was very close. Referee was there. He had a better vantage point than us. Likely the right call.
Thin cut. Playable. I like the offense here.
Shot. You get a roll at the cue ball. Good enough. Position's going to be tough. I feel like he will try to develop something. If it has to involve elevating, he might consider laying off. Cue ball behind the 7 will work as far as safe. Problem here is the cue ball's kind of playing to the left of the 6, and once it continues on down table, the 9's going to become a factor.
Cue ball.
I don't think it goes in the right side. Doesn't. Can play the cue ball behind the 9 here. Not quite sure what that position was. Maybe just trying to advance in the rack and felt like he could play better safe off the 6.
Bấm của một cái lại đằng sau bi số 9.
Kicking angle off. One rail kicking angle off the left long rail is blocked by the 7. So Bride will be forced to go 2 rails at this again.
Rồi thế này là đã đủ khó lắm dành cho Payne Mcbride rồi. À, 2 băng.
Martinez, ball in hand position or ball in hand opportunity here in the first rack of the second set. Do you remember who he plays in the men's open, George?
I'm sorry?
Do you remember who Martinez drew in the men's open final 32?
Roberto Gomez.
Okay.
So he'll be playing one of the elite.
He'll be playing all day long today. They didn't expect the junior to be at this stage in the tournament, so they scheduled.
Cơ hội để cho Laz Martinez có cho mình điểm số đầu tiên trong set thi đấu thứ 2 với 4 bi mục tiêu còn lại.
think I'd rather do that than have a break in between.
I don't mind it.
I much prefer that. Stay in stroke. You're walking around. It's easier on the nerves because you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
You don't have time to, dwell on it and it doesn't get in your head.
Yeah, just go on to autopilot. Know you're going to be playing all day. So Martinez starting to assert himself here, jumping out to the lead in the second set. One set ahead.
And game number one, set number two. Senor Martinez from New Braunfels.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by him. Impressed by every junior in the field, really.
Yeah, there's 12 of them. Let me read those guys off for all those of you that just joined in or aren't familiar with all 12 of the U.S. junior players. Adrian Prasad out of Sacramento, D'Angelo, Spain. Eddie Vonderow, Hayden Ernst, Jaz Makhani, Joey Tate, Connor McFadden, Laz Martinez, here you're watching, Nico Konko, Payne Mcbride, who you're watching, Savannah Easton, and Sophia Mast. Adrian, a runner-up for some of the world titles. Savannah owns one for 10-ball.
Martinez going from the side rail here. The one break I saw him hit, he got the one playing towards the side very well. Just got kicked out last second. There it goes again. It's just not quite getting there before the other balls. 3-ball down though, no shot.
He smacks those balls pretty good. Nice control on the cue ball.
Yeah. Yeah, if he keeps hitting them like that, he's going to make the one in spots. Wonder if he'd ever consider just pushing to straight in on the one. Leaving Tester pocketing on the one. Wouldn't really be able to get good on the two. I don't, unless he's just going to push to like half the ball here. I don't quite like pushing for as much angle because the position will be a little more natural over to the two. Cue ball is running forward though, and there's no advantage of getting below the two. So this was nicely done. Can't really play left or right spin on a shot like this unless you're forced to. Not quite seeing this one. He might give it back. It's in so tough. Yeah, he did.
He did give it back.
You can go off the left side of the one, play the cue ball between the 7 and the corner pocket and back up table. Not much else. Could try to pocket the one and figure out something off the two.
I wouldn't be adverse to kicking it off that same rail and trying to get it past the 7 over by the deuce. It's too close to scratch behind, so wouldn't be a bad shot. He went for it, which was, doable also.
Yeah.
Tough shot. And then just figure out what to do with the 2-ball once you're there.
Left the bank. 5-9 are going to be playing big into the position of the 2. Not sure why he's called the side here. More just playing safe behind the 2, I guess. Doesn't want to risk the touchy position on the 2. Good hit. I think he was trying to go behind the 2. Just played a little bit too much right on it. Straightened it out a little too much.
I actually like what he did there. That's one of the things I love doing, is trying to play a safety and leave the object ball close to the 10. You just have to be careful not to give them an opening where they might be able to make it. But I'm trying to get ball in hand so I can close out the game real quick.
Sure, yeah.
And this is pretty easy to hit, though, so that's not going to come into play here.
Barely got a rail. Would have been an odd one to hit at that speed and not get a rail, but threatened not getting one. He's okay. Same issue with the 2. There's only small windows where you can get on it properly. Doesn't have to move the cue ball that much for the window between the 5-9. Good hit. He's going to have the advantage in this rack now. Again, 5-9 playing, getting issues as for the position, so he might just go, looks like he is drawing it. I was thinking about going across and being a little safer with the cue ball. He can get back between the 5-9. Worked out. Didn't want to run into that ball.
Yeah, favorable bump.
Looking very good now. Pressure starting to mount for him, so he'll want to draw at least even here in this set.
Can't afford to drop this set. He's got to win it to stay in it.
Yeah, he played very well against Mast in his quarterfinal match. Definitely capable of taking advantage of chances if he has them. Smart choice there, just keeping the speed down. Could have came all the way back on top of the 6, but I like this. Probably would have to play a bit of left spin. Want to avoid shots with speed and spin if you can. Oops. How's the 6 going to end up? Looks like it could be over the side. Not quite, so nothing. Martinez is going to have to come with good pocketing here. I think he's got to go for it. This is kind of like a dagger type shot. You know, you're going to be lengthening your lead. If you do make it, position should be pretty built in.
Paid more attention to that cue ball than the 6 ball there.
Yeah.
And paid the price.
I think he caught a small twist with the object ball too. Mcbride playing the 9 on the side. I think he still will. Try and get the cue ball near where it is now. If he gets straighter, he can run through. If he gets a little more angle, he can go to the right of the 9, or the 10, pardon me. I think he might be stunning around. Could get in trouble here. Yeah, I mean, he's into the angle going that way, but you're also on a natural angle just going on, staying on the same side of the table. He's going to have to power up now, play this with some right spin. dead straight, George?
No, he's on the wrong side.
Yeah. These are deceiving sometimes. He might have the smallest angle going to the right off of it. He did.
Yeah, he tried to cheat it, and
Yeah.
again, he paid the price there.
Yeah, I mean, not wrong what he did. Oh, look how he's left it for Martinez. Not wrong what he did, but whenever you have a chance to just play natural angle and not move the cue ball very far, I think you want to favor that shot. But here's Martinez with a tough one here.
Got a good look at a concerned mother in the background there. A little bit on.
It's harder watching than playing.
Oh, sure is. It sure is.
That happens sometimes. It's like the cue ball catches a little over follow and just slinks down the rail. Like the angle of that shot, the cue ball's going pretty much into the center diamond, but then it catches so much follow that it just overruns somehow. If we can get a replay on that after the rack, you'll see that the cue ball comes off the rail first, and it should be heading towards the short rail. But it has so much follow that it kind of just continues on into the corner. Good recognition by Martinez to play safe there. Just caught a tricky roll. That's a big one for McBride. 1-all now.
All important second set for McBride. Since once you lose the first set in this short format, you're facing some pressure because you have to win the next one.
Yeah, and it's tough mentally. Martinez keeping his safety efficiency up. More missed balls than McBride. Probably on tougher ones.
McBride came up minimally in the second set on his overall performance.
About even on the break percentage. Kind of where he should be with hand rack. Anything over 50% is pretty good. McBride went from the middle on the last break. Elevated bridge from the middle. Reminiscent of, oh, he's going to go over to the side rail this time.
McBride sponsored by Predator. You saw it on his shirt. Also playing with the Predator equipment.
Got the one. Another ball down. Nothing on the two. 3 10s lined up as well, so big battle here on the 2 ball.
This is a toughie. Where do you push here? I mean, you know that if you get out moved and you don't put it in the right place, I'm going to move the 10.
That's a good thought. Yeah, it's a great thought because, I mean, the other pushes would be down near the 7, and, you know, there's not really anywhere else to push, but I would say Martinez would be a favorite if you do push down near the 7, and then, you know, could be looking for a quick win after that. Yeah, I don't blame him for pushing down here, but I would likely see Martinez going to take this one. It's actually not bad, but I mean, a tempting bank, and he's called it immediately.
I'm not going to go for the bank here. I'm going to slide off the 2 ball, and then you have the 5-9 to play a safety.
I hear you. I mean, if it's lying dead, though, it's a shot at the game win.
He doesn't have to sell it out if he misses.
Just a little long, and there's the variable of not necessarily leaving it, trusting to luck, but yeah, I see it. Well, he overcut it, so maybe the cue ball wouldn't have moved as far left if he made it. But if he knew the cue ball was moving left there, I might have backed off because it would have been so much distance on the combo.
He's
Tough spot here for McBride. Go ahead, George.
Nice 2-rail kick here out of the corner.
Yeah, I like that too. Even 3 rails, yeah.
Yep. He could make it.
It's tempting if you can see the proper place on the short rail, because you can kind of visualize a little more how the cue ball's coming back. Ideal here is he hits the right side of the 2 balls. You're looking at the screen. The cue ball runs into the 4. Martinez is going to be attacking the combo here unless something funny happens, tying up the 2. No, it didn't. So Martinez with a good chance in game 3 here.
And it'll be a quick game, more than likely, because that 3-10 is still there. Just the fact that he overran the straight-in position there makes this combo a little harder than it really is.
Yeah, it's not exactly straight, so I don't mind attacking it from this angle, because you can kind of see where you're cutting the ball a little more. Good shot. How's the other semifinal doing, George?
The other semifinal, you caught me wearing my iPad, just kicked it off. Savannah won the first set.
Oh, wow.
And we are 3-0 in the second set. Nico is making a strong statement and coming back.
So looking at going to set number 3 over there. Martinez has been breaking over near the right side rail. He's had good action on the 1. Just 1 ball has kind of kicked it away from the side pocket. I think he's got a stick there.
Yeah, his last break was very solid. Made the 1, controlled the cue ball.
There it goes. He snuck through a couple other balls that time, but goal accomplished. It's close on having the angle on the 2. Say doesn't.
This is the second time he's broken kind of the same way. The balls pile up on the side he breaks from, as does the 2 ball, and he doesn't have an opening shot.
Yeah, that's what tends to happen when you break from the side rail. I mean, his goal is to make the 1, and he's doing a decent job of that. He's got the jump cue, so he's going offense here. I mean, variable here is you're not likely to get position on the 3 if you make it, but tough ball to push around, so he's going to give it a shot. Great shot. Could the cue ball play perfectly here? Oh, got caught on the 4. Nice try. It's going to have the right long rail. Maybe not. 5 might be blocking that. He'd definitely be going there if he had it. So looking at developing something off the short rail, and actually the short rail plays better for a kick save. Missed the whole ball. It's a couple times both players have come up a little square going 1 rail like that. So chance for McBride to even the score here. Kind of like just stopping the cue ball where the 5 is on the 6. some small angles here. Perfect angle where the cue ball's not running into the 5 and then can play out for the 5 in the top right likely. See McBride with a real loose grip on the cue there. He's going to be able to avoid the 5 here. Just come down to the angle that he's looking at right now. And again, if you pocket the 5 and stop the cue ball, it'd be good on the 6 in the further corner pocket, but it'll lead well into the 7. Oh, not hard enough. He's gonna have to run into it now. Could go to the side, but you'll never get straight enough on the 6. Unless he can draw straight back behind it. I think there's too much angle. He could draw the cue ball between the 6-10.
Looks like he's going to go around the 6.
Yeah. Knew he was going to run into the 6. Took his focus off the pocketing a little bit. And that's a big mistake. We'll see if Martinez can take advantage here. He's moved the 6 to the point where the combo's available if he wants. Kind of tough to hit this ball thin enough and stay on the right side of the table. 8 balls playing into the line of the cue ball coming around 2 rails, so I think he might go for combo position here. That's a good shot, making sure he drew it enough to avoid the 8. Not ideal here.
He's going to have to work to get on that 7 ball.
Yeah, if he's able to avoid the 9 going forward, he will. But I have a feeling it might be playing too far to the right.
I didn't like drawing that ball. I like following around.
Yeah, I feel like he felt like he was gonna run into the 9.
He's left a tough shot. Didn't work out too bad for him. Payne not faced with anything easy here.
Yeah, so many options. I'm just gonna back off calling, but big spot here for McBride. Nice hit.
Oh, he's in a tough place here. There's a little room. He has to slide it off the rail for the corner pocket.
Yeah. Speedy's hitting it out will make the pocket bigger on the inside rail, but definitely missable. It's there. Good shot from McBride there.
Pretty shot there from McBride.
So not laying down yet. Martinez got caught in a bit of a funny position. Shot from the 5 to the 6. Wasn't able to get out, but that would have put him in a big lead. Back to even now in the second set. Oh, these juniors really look composed for their age, George.
They look, they look seasoned.
Yeah.
They look, you wouldn't know they were juniors. Not by the way they're playing.
I agree. And not just the ones that made the semifinals. Like really, every player in the tournament that I've watched has, played with professionalism, played with good fundamentals. It's nice to see.
They've been getting some coaching. I just wonder how much time Sammy Deep spends with them, or what other pros they've been going to. But I do honestly feel they all look so seasoned and so fundamentally sound that there's got to be some high-end coaching involved.
Yeah, I think Jeremy helps Lazaro a little bit. Oscar's helping Adrian. Payne's from Indiana. A lot of players with experience from around there.
Savannah gets a little help. Well, I think her father helps her quite a bit, and then she's just in action so much. She plays so much. I'm not sure about Sophia. Or any of the others, actually, but those I'm familiar with.
Good hit from McBride. 8-ball jamming in the side. How's the ball going to end up here? Well, it's going to be some kind of combo if he plays offense. I don't think the 9 passes the 3. If you play the combo on the 3, the 1 ball's moving the wrong way. So likely safe here. A good shot, trying to freeze the cue ball as much as he can. Took away a few rails. Worst case, Martinez can go over to the left long rail and 1 rail over. I like the 3 rails here, though. Takes more knowledge, but anytime you're kicking at a ball closer to the last rail you're hitting, it's an advantage.
One of the things about a little kick like this, it's once you learn how to shoot them, nice shot.
Yeah.
They're just higher percentage.
Yeah, the cue ball's not bending towards the object ball. Good hit by Martinez, but he's left a chance here for McBride. Pretty natural position, can put it all in on the pocketing here.
We try to make this?
The angle's there and can come 2 rails across. Slight miss there from McBride. Martinez going to have the first chance in rack number 5 here. Good shot. Gonna be straight enough to draw straight back. Not quite, but he can go 2 rails forward here.
The 4 ball's a little bit of a problem. The 5 ball doesn't lie in a very favorable place.
Yeah, I might have to just stop the cue ball behind the 6 here. He does have the angle to go into it. I think it's worth it. Not too many other balls down near the bottom end of the table, so unlikely to get behind another ball. Oh, he missed the 6. Didn't open it up perfectly. But he'll have a easy safe behind the 6 here. Actually a 2-way, but it's dangerous. You start hitting the 9, you could leave it. Yeah, I just ended up calling the forward first, but played it at a speed where he knew it was a little too dangerous.
Good safety.
Yeah, 1 rail options only for Payne. I think he's going too wide. If he goes 2 rails here, the 10's in the way of the 1 rail. I guess he's going to swerve at it. Look out here, though. I don't think you can swerve it enough. Oh, he could. That's a nice shot. Got safe.
Worked out great for him. He executed a great shot there.
Yeah, I had to hit it at slow speed. I actually caught some swerve with the cue ball going to the rail. It was a good shot. Martinez could shoot the 4 into the 5 here and use the 9 as a blocker. Tough shot. Elevated a little bit over distance. Great hit. Can't play it much better than that. See if he took away the short rail here. It's pretty close for a jump, but McBride doesn't have an extension left, so he's bringing both cues. Smart move. Gonna be 2 rails for McBride here. Been some good safety battles in this match. Seems like Martinez has had the initiative, just kind of been the one playing safe first, but McBride's been defending well. Nice shot, good speed.
He's making good contact with those kicks.
Yeah.
That's the second one. He's second or third. Actually, third or fourth that he's kicked that way. And,
yeah, and there's been a
contact.
lot of games like that.
Sure.
And it's not like McBride's playing safe badly himself to start. It just seems like Martinez has had more starting opportunities on the safe exchanges. He's going to go for this. You can tell by how he's doing his pre-shot routine. Cue ball's going to have a lot of energy. Going to have to run into something. Got it. How's the cue ball? That'll work. What a shot.
Oh, wow. You could almost call that ball in hand shape.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Except
from
for,
that position, excellent effort. Well, I've mentioned this once, but if you took the body away from the player and just saw the cue moving, you might think it's Van Boning. I'll tell you that. The whole setup, even the pace of the backstroke, the timing on the pause in the backstroke is just so reminiscent of him.
should we call him the Bucky's kid?
There has to be, you know, he's going to be his own player. I don't mean to keep comparing him, but it's just interesting.
Yeah, the reason I said that is New Braunfels has one of the biggest Bucky's that they have. Bucky's. Are you familiar with Bucky's?
Not really.
It's a chain convenience store. It's a truck stop chain.
Okay.
Biggest convenience store and volume. Oh, they're something else.
Huh.
You can spend the day in there if you want when you're traveling somewhere.
Okay. Looking hardly at where that cue ball's going to finish. I think he's just okay for the corner. He is. This is to go on the hill here. On the hill to take the match. Nice hit.
And there's 3-2. They've traded punches quite a bit, with the exception of Laz getting those 3 racks together. It's been one rack then the other.
Well, Martinez looks collected.
And in control, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And breaking, which is more important. Here's some good stats. Let's see how again, in set number 2, we can see that his overall performance has stepped up. Time at the table is still ahead.
Yeah,
break success has, well, not come up. Yes, it has. I'm sorry, I read that reversed. Reversed those numbers.
Yeah, he's found his break. He's on 3 for 3 in the second set on his break, and that's been a big part of getting ahead of McBride here, because McBride's not really making too many mistakes.
Yeah, Laz has had some fouls here, and they both forced each other to foul about the same amount of time. Some good numbers from both players. Down a game in the second set. McBride has to find a way to get back to this table.
One ball pushed away from the side, but into the corner. Don't think he has the angle to combo the 3, but the cue ball can be easily stuck behind the 5-6. Oh, he doesn't have quite enough of it, but he can still play the cue ball to the rail and back behind those balls.
He can play the 2 ball to where it goes to the 10 for a combo on the 10 and stick the cue ball against the 5-6.
Sure. He must be really thin here, like he's even worried about holding it behind the 5-6 at all.
Oh, you're right. It looks like he's got just enough.
To me, it looks thick enough, but
yeah.
The fact that he was elevating tells me he's too thin and he's trying to slow the cue ball down. Or even look now, he's going for the jump cue. He just doesn't have as much of it as it looks on screen. So he's totally changing up shots here because of the thickness, and he's going to go for the combo.
Yeah, he must not have the shot that we were
deceiving, though. It looks like he has enough.
Salivating over.
Yeah.
That's something to just close it out real quick.
Over
the whole ball.
Well, that's the break McBride needed.
Now he can play the shot if he chooses.
Yeah, he's going to go some kind of offense here. He just has to open up the 5. Oh, maybe not.
No.
It's tempting because you're guaranteed to get the second foul here, and he's going to be looking to control the 2 ball in a way where he can likely get the 3rd. I mean, the 5 is tied up too, so. I almost like taking this cue ball into the rail and then trying to freeze on it instead of kind of trying to stun forward. So a little easier on the control.
Yeah. This is going to have good results, but I'd rather play it towards the 10 so I can possibly get a free shot. It's going to be a hard ball to hit because the 7's in the way to kick straight at it if you go towards the 10.
Might run the cue ball into the 5 here, opening up the 5 just in case Martinez hits the 2. Yeah, that was a smart shot. For some reason I was thinking go to the rail, but that was actually better. He's blocked it decently. Depends how much of the left long rail he has here. I think he has enough. Oh, Martinez just taking a risk here, not going at the 2 because he's on 2 fouls already. Be confident in his kicking. Ball ended up kind of funny for McBride to get the 3rd foul. I mean, he can get the cue ball behind the 4, but when you're actually trying to for sure draw a ball in hand, he's actually in a bit of a weird spot.
I'd look for a way to come in behind that 7.
I think he's going to play the cue ball behind the 8.
Yeah.
Out of shot clock here. Oh, that's not good enough. That is nowhere near good enough. I mean, I don't blame him, but it was just shot clock management there. I guess he doesn't have an extension. He would have taken it. Left it. 5 ball's been opened up. Well, this is a little odd because you can't combo the 2 into the 3, and if you try to pocket the 2, you're going to hit the 3 on the way in, which isn't going to be positive for where the 3's landing. We'll see here.
Looks like he's going to go for the 2 and then come up for the 3. 3 ball's going to move.
A little too hard. Yeah. He's going to draw the cue ball behind the 4 here. He's just calling the 3 in case it possibly goes off the 7 in the corner. Got the coverage. Martinez is going to be on a very hittable jump. Does have to kick off the long rail as well. Full cue jump here, I think. Good try, but advantage can be to McBride here. Let's see how the 9 plays onto the 8. 8's still going to be available. Got to have some decent cue ball control here. Coming all the way down to the short rail at the far end of the table.
Looks like he's going to have to go to the right, to his left actually from here.
Yeah, the 7 might be blocking that path.
Unless he tries to, unless he gambles on that window.
I think there's just enough between the 7 and the short rail. Oh, that's a good shot.
Nice maneuver.
Straight enough, just straight enough that he can hold for the 5 here.
Payne has had enough opportunities to take advantage of them. Let's see if he gets this one all the way. He's got a lot of work to do. And just got a little tougher with this angle.
Yeah, cue ball's going to be running into the 6 here. Biggest danger is if you hit the 6 and then go off into the side. But he'll definitely be trying to play parts of the 6 where he doesn't scratch. Is he just thick enough to draw all the way out of it? This is touchy. Couple times where he's just had really tough cue ball movement and he's just kind of overplayed the position instead of making the pot. He's not going to miss that ball if he's not trying to do something specific with the cue ball.
And he was just very concerned about the side pocket, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you let your opponent hang around, they can really come back and fight hard. It just works in their favor.
Look at this. Look at this. What a shot. It's a 7 past the 10. It does, I believe, and this is a chance for Martinez to take the match down here. What a shot here. Oh, Martinez has played impressive. Couple small mistakes from McBride. But if he's able to get through this rack, it'll be a well-deserved win.
Just out.
No, slightly overcut.
This is the last call.
Yeah, McBride's back in it here. Tough miss after such a great shot on the 5. He's underdrawn this. Really thin here. I mean, even if you go across the table twice, it's kind of hard to hold the cue ball.
This is tough here, actually.
And the cue ball's going too far to the right. A lot of problems with this shot.
I'd be playing the 10 ball here and trying to get that cue ball up by the 8-9.
Yeah, I didn't see what he called. I think he called the 7. Did call the 10, and you're right, the two-way element. Good shot.
Got it. Oh, did he? Yes, he did.
Well, here comes a jump for the match. If he makes it, should be good to run the rest of the rack. this would be to put it away. He's not afraid to go for these full cue jumps when he's not full ball hooked. Oh, hit it well. Good try. 7's gonna go. Nope. So a couple close calls for McBride here in this 6th game of the 2nd set, but he's got a chance to bring it to the hill now.
Payne runs these balls out, look for him to come up with a better step in this, a little more pep in his step.
Yeah, he's been trailing pretty much the whole match and getting himself back to even. Straight here, so he's going to draw straight back to the long rail and out. Good hit.
Big 10 ball here. Down it goes, and we are tied on the hill of the 2nd set. If this happens in the 3rd, if it goes to a 3rd, it would go to a shootout. We still have at least, could have, what, 6, 7 more games?
Yeah, big one here, obviously, for McBride on the brink of elimination. Got away with the miss on the 5 in the last game. Martinez had a chance to put it away and had a shot on the 6, missable shot on the 6.
Payne's level of play on the performance level has come up in this set.
Ball got a chance? No.
No, no, and no.
Yeah, ball's really separating consistently, kind of 5 or 6 balls along the right long rail. Both players breaking from the same spot. So
will he push or will he jump this?
I mean, he's not afraid to jump. So
no, he's not.
It'll be in his mind. He's just going to push to a slightly easier jump.
He's got 60 seconds here, so he can. Yeah, he's looking at it.
Just going to get the cue ball a little closer. Careful you don't get too close. I don't know. The unknown variable on these shots is if the player misses, what's going to happen. And no one knows, but it's tempting to go for it because even if you don't make it, you still can get safe.
The other thing is the 4-ball lays pretty bad.
Yeah, so you're not guaranteed to give up a run out. So I think that would. I don't know. It's really just margin call. You got to know how strong of a jumper you are, how often you can make a ball like that.
So Payne passed. I actually look for him to make this ball.
He definitely can. I put him at 50-50. Strong bridge. Lots of height. Got it. As you said, though, George, the 4 is still tied up here. The 3 is in a decent spot to possibly develop it. Similar to last rack, 4 on the side, 3 on the side, into the breakout. But he's in tough here as well. Even if he draws it, I don't think he can draw it enough to get to the short rail. 3 rails around, playing into the 8 and 9. Called his extension here. This is a tough spot. Just going to play safe. It's too tough.
I like this safety. Look at the wall of balls.
Yep. Brian's going to be able to jump at the 2. Got to be careful of the scratch in the top right. Left it.
Well, tied at a set apiece, Savannah Easton and Nico Konkol. Nico is up 3-0 in set number 3.
Oh, wow. So he came back like, what did he win the second set 4-0?
I can't tell.
Oh, it doesn't show that far back. Yeah.
Yes, it does. She won it 4-2.
Okay, he was up 3-0. So Savannah's won a couple games since she won the set, but Nico with a pretty dominating performance since the first set. Is he going to be too thin here? He is. He can bank it.
And opens up the 4. I like this bank. I like going here.
Pretty high percentage
So
safe.
does he. No, he doesn't. He played safe instead.
Just left the jump.
That could come back to haunt him.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to pass up such a high percentage safe. I mean, he was looking to kind of get the cue ball closer to one of the other balls. But yeah, anytime you let your opponent back to the table, especially when they only need 1 game to win the set. It's called a cross bank. Oh, pardon me, he's going to kick at it.
I thought the bank had the same percentage as the safe.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And maybe, I was just thinking maybe you couldn't draw it enough to get into the 4-7. But yeah, it was an option for sure.
Cue ball, good.
Just got safe here.
Well, now he's got the same bank.
Yeah, combo or breakout's way tougher.
Yeah, with no breakout though. He's got the same bank with no breakout.
I think I'll be taking the cue ball behind the 6 here if we can get enough left spin on it. Chance to make the bank and play the cue ball 2 ways below the 4. Oh no.
He miscued.
Hit it. It's always an underrated thing, especially for mid-level amateurs. You know, when the cue ball's right on the rail like that, you actually have to kind of slightly elevate to get down into the cue ball more. If you lay your cue right on the rail, you're just playing into too much of the top part of the cue ball.
So the backhand was down too far.
Yeah.
He has to come up. Eric makes some very good points for a lot of you amateurs out there that are watching this. Oh, a nice try to get it out, but look at the safety he's going to be able to play.
Yeah, he's going to have the advantage going forward here. So McBride with a chance to maybe get the first shot at winning the Hill game in the second set. Don't tell me it's going to come out too far. I think he's behind the 7.
He's up on the 7.
He is. He's left the guaranteed kick off the left long rail. Has to think about how he can play safe. If he was courageous, he could consider hitting it slowly in the cue ball behind the 8, but that's very dangerous because the 4 is going to end up near the corner pocket. Even if he kicks it with speed, the 4 could run into the 5 or the 8.
Oh, that's unusual.
The ball shortened up on him. He wanted to draw it to try to stick the cue ball, and the ball just played a lot shorter.
That was a big ball to hit, and he didn't come with it. Speed, I believe, as you mentioned, had a lot to do with that.
Yep. So, chance for McBride here, and this will be to level out the set score at 1 and go to a third and deciding set. Little in between, gonna have to play a lot of right spin to go forward. Can't really get straight enough on the 6 with just left. Could soft draw it. He'll pick his most comfortable option here. You know what happened there,
Ouch.
George?
No.
He caught the rail first.
Okay.
Yeah, so it changed how the 5 was playing to the corner, but that's a huge mistake. Ball over deflected on him with that much spin. Martinez is going to leave it. He was trying to hit it thinner. He was trying to cut the 5 into the 8. Just off perfect there. I know it looks bad on the result, but he wasn't too far away from hitting a great shot there.
Tough to come down. Follows it. He probably hits the 8. It's close. Might be okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see a way around that.
Yeah, he's got distance here, and tough to tell if he has a full pocket. The 6 was moved a couple shots ago. I didn't actually realize that. A couple shots ago it was available in the corner. It's not now. Gutsy shot there. Just left the left edge. That was a good attempt. Not a lot going up table for Martinez. He can play the cue ball 3 rails around behind the 9, but the 6 is going to kind of play into open space onto the 7. It's a game winner if he gets behind the 9. Oh, it's not there.
Oh, no speed to get there.
Only saving grace for Martinez is that he got straight in, so McBride's going to have to power up here. Cue ball's kind of drawing back into the 9, which will be okay, but that's a lot of power.
I would probably try to draw it to the side pocket.
Yeah, favor hitting it with a little less speed. Big shot for McBride. Got it. Heart of the pocket. Little underdrawn, but did well to keep the speed down. Cue ball's kind of playing across the left side pocket, so he's got to play some right spin on this ball. Fair bit of right, actually, because the cloth's new. He's got to get the ball to check. It's there. Shot. And he's there now. Staring the third set in the face.
Wants the angle not to be straight in so he can come straight down for the 10 ball. Wants to be on the top side of the 9. Just like that.
Yeah, slightest angle going forward. He should be good here. Real up and down set. Martinez had a couple tough chances to close it out. Didn't quite get there. Promised to be a highly contested match, and it has been.
Beautiful second set. Game. They traded games all the way through, except for this one.
There it is. We'll be going to a third set.
Set apiece, and as Eric just mentioned, going to a third set. For those of you just tuning in, Eric Horlifson is here, and George Teachea. We're going to take a short break and be right back with set number 3. We are back with some stats here for you from the stat guy. What a set that was. They went back and forth, each one capitalizing on each other's errors. And Payne coming away with the tie. Now they're tied, going into the third and final set. And a hill set here, and it goes to a shootout. Let's take a look at the numbers. Overall performance. McBride stepped up quite a ways for the match. He's 686. He was 708 for the set. Laz actually came down in set number 2. And that's exactly what Payne was able to capitalize on. Break success in set number 2. Laz broke very, very well. has made more offensive fouls than Payne has, quite a few. Again, reasons for the score leveling up. They both missed the same number of shots in the match so far. And as you can see, as you would expect, because of the fouls, Laz has pocketed more balls, but Payne won the game that made the difference. Here he is to break in set number 3, the third and final set. Winner of this will go on to meet either Savannah Easton.
Đây rồi, mình đã quay trở lại với anh em ở đây. Set đấu thứ 3 và hai cơ thủ của chúng ta đều đã có cho mình riêng một set thi đấu rồi. Đến cái set thi đấu cuối cùng này sẽ quyết định xem cơ thủ nào sẽ là cơ thủ góp mặt ở trong trận chung kết. Và nếu đúng ra là cái giờ này là bắt đầu thi đấu trận sau rồi. Nhưng mà hai cơ thủ nhí của chúng ta thì vẫn đang giằng co nhau từng ván thi đấu một, từng con bi một. Khung giờ sau, ngay sau trận thi đấu này thì sẽ là trận thi đấu giữa cơ thủ Albinotion và Daniel Machion anh em nhé. Chúng ta sẽ có sự xuất hiện của Albinotion ở trên bàn TV2. Rồi đây, vẫn cứ giằng co nhau ở trong con bi số 1. Để xem là hai cơ thủ sẽ giằng co con bi số 1 đến bao giờ. Liên tục là phá ra những hình bi cực kỳ xấu.
That young man right there you saw sit down is still in the men's open, and he will be facing quite a strong opponent in Roberto Gomez. He should be familiar with them. They both live in the Texas area. I wonder how often Laz gets to Houston and maybe even plays Roberto.
Tiếp tục bắt đuôi con bi số 1. Cái pha bắt đuôi này thì là rất khó dành cho Laz Martinez rồi. Chưa biết là sẽ A bằng vào đâu. A qua khe 25.
I see, he's only jumping a very tiny portion of it to get to the rail. I wonder if he's gonna jump spin.
Thậm chí là còn phải dùng cái gậy rút tê để còn A được con bi số 1 này, không thành công rồi. Quyền đặt bi dành cho Mcbride. Và cái tình huống duy nhất có lẽ là điều từ 4 ra 5 thôi.
Savannah Easton has been defeated by Nico Konkol, and so Nico's found his way to the final of this American Junior Showdown, and one of these two gentlemen will be meeting with him at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Payne at the table looking good here to work his way through this rack. But 6 ball, 5 to the 6 is good. 6 to the 7 lines up real nice. It's doable. He's got to hold his nerve.
Có lẽ là sẽ phải tính toán một cái má thẳng con bi số 4 để trôi trực tiếp về. Má này là má hơi mỏng rồi. Má này thì sẽ là kéo qua khe 8-10 hay chăng? Xử lý đầu gậy rất tốt đến từ Mcbride, và tuy nhiên là con bi số 5 này nó lại ra một cái má thẳng. Má thẳng và thậm chí lại còn không có đầu gậy dành cho Mcbride. Sẽ rất khó để điều ra con bi số 6 đây. Cắm đầu gậy xuống chô. Rồi, đến thế này là đẹp lắm rồi.
Pockets this ball, he should have decent position, and then just have 3 balls to close it out, and pocket it he does, and the good position to run around the bottom of the table again to get on the 8. Looks like he has to get on the right side of where the cue ball is now, because it may not go by the 10. This is tough. He's now tree-topped himself over the 9. I like following the ball around there to get to that position. He chose to shoot off the rail and come back up. This is a tough shot here. He's got himself in a pretty tough way. Pocketing the ball is funny, and position is dangerous. Capitalized on both.
Rồi, xử lý king bi phải nói là quá đẳng cấp đến từ Mcbride. 2 con bi mục tiêu cuối cùng.
Big shot right here. Looking like he's getting a little excited here, but it looks like it's adrenaline that's flowing, not nerves.
Rồi, chính xác và tỷ số đã được mở dành cho Laz. Không, chính xác hơn là Mcbride ở trong set thi đấu cuối cùng. Vâng, và trong set thi đấu cuối cùng này, nếu như mà hai cơ thủ của chúng ta hòa nhau với tỷ số 3 đều thì sẽ có một loạt penalty shootout nha anh em. Anh em nhớ lát nữa ở trên cái phần bản TV2 sẽ có trận đấu giữa Albion và Daniel Machion anh em nhé. Nhà vô địch của Qatar World Cup 10B.
First time he's been in the lead for about an hour, put it that way.
Yeah, the very beginning of the match, Payne won the first one, Laz won the next one, then Payne won one, and after that, Laz rattled off 3 straight games. And then they've traded ever since, till Payne closed out set number 2 to tie things up.
Martinez had a couple small mistakes to get over the line too, so he's gonna have to dig deep here. Definitely has the talent to do it.
Yeah, I think there was 8 offensive fouls as opposed to 3 for Payne.
Okay. Nothing down, and this is the chance that Martinez needed.
Vẫn là cú phá bi rất mạnh nhưng không có bi mục tiêu rơi xuống lỗ. Còn bi số 1 lúc này đang mở ra đường dành cho Laz Martinez. Một điều ra 2 mà cũng rất là thuận lợi. Hình bi khá đẹp dành cho Laz Martinez. Chắc là chỉ có duy nhất một tình huống là điều 1 ra 2 thôi. Khó ở trong con bi đầu tiên. Rồi, có sờ nhẹ đến con bi số 3. Cái pha va chạm vừa rồi nó chỉ khiến cho con bi số 3 nó trở nên đẹp hơn dành cho Laz Martinez.
Do you like hitting it that soft? I like going back and forth.
Yeah, I know usually you want to hit that ball with a little more pace, but the trade-off is that if you hit it lighter, it makes the pocket so much bigger. Kind of put some outside on it. You just feel the outside and how much it's going to throw the object ball.
Vẫn là cú ra ngọn cực kỳ chính xác. Cả hai cơ đồ chí của chúng ta thì đều có những cái nhịp thi đấu cực kỳ chậm, cẩn thận từng con bi một. Điều đó khiến cho cái trận đấu của chúng ta bây giờ đã diễn ra được hơn gần 2 tiếng rưỡi đồng hồ.
Good rack here for Martinez, getting things back on the right track after losing the last 3 games. He'll be able to play the 9 on the side. Just wants good angle. If not, corner will be available. Kind of looks down the cue with his face forward a little bit. There's players that do that. Watch out for the speed here. He's okay.
Chin tucked a little, you mean?
Yeah, it's like you're angling your head forward. I think it's positive for just keeping your head down overall.
Ba con mèo mục tiêu còn lại này không có gì là khó dành cho Laz Martinez cả. Và có lẽ là tỷ số sẽ được cân bằng là 1-1. 8 điều ra 9, 9 điều ra 10. Một hình bí rất cơ bản.
Targeted well at that speed. And Martinez looking to level the score here in rack number 2. Reminder for everybody, if it goes hill-hill, we'll be going to a shootout, so both players will be pushing to get to 3 first.
And here we are tied. 1 apiece, set number 3.
1-1. Bình luận viên Trà My thì tí nữa sẽ có trận. Sẽ có một trận là trận. Đây để mình check lại lịch. Đây, Trà My sẽ có trận đó chính là Alex Pagulean và Ruslan Chinahop anh em nhé. Ở trên luồng trực tiếp 1. Còn lát nữa cái trên luồng trực tiếp 2 này thì sẽ có trận đấu giữa Daniel Machion và Albion Ocean.
Martinez on a few more balls pocketed. He's won 1 more game.
Good look at the Arcos balls with the lights reflecting off of them. I will say on those Arco balls, I do feel like I like them the best. I really do.
Oh, no doubt they play
about a set
as good as you'd want to.
And I do like them.
Chúng ta sẽ đến với cú phá của Laz Martinez. Rồi vẫn không có bi mục tiêu rơi xuống lỗ. Thật sự là với cái thể thức phá 10 bi sấp khuôn này đã khiến cho cả hai cầu thủ chúng ta đều đang gặp rất nhiều khó khăn. Trên bàn thi đấu đang có hai tình huống. Đầu tiên là việc một điều ra hai, và sau đó là con bi số 8 và con bi số 9. Một điều ra hai thì có thể sử dụng đầu cơ đẩy và cài một chút áp phê bên tay trái. Hoặc là cắm xuống thì sẽ là điều hai băng. Lựa chọn của Mcbride đó chính là điều hai băng. Rồi cái má chưa thật sự được đẹp với con bi số 2.
There is an off-angle combo on the 7-10.
Do you think it's close enough to consider?
I mean, I wouldn't if there was easier position on the 8, but just how tough the position is on the 8, he's going to have to think about it. Go for the cue ball here. It's close. Not there. Going for the jump cue. It's been moved now.
Ui dồi ôi, cụm 389 này nhìn là đã không muốn đánh rồi. Và để xem là Laz Martinez sẽ làm thế nào với con bi số 3 đây. Sượt mỏng má bên tay phải. Chính xác hơn là một sượt mỏng má bên tay trái con bi số 3. Nguyên đường chạm dành cho Mcbride.
Especially if you can bank like that.
What a shot. He's giving himself an offensive chance now. He's got to elevate here, hit it with speed.
Tiếp tục sẽ là một con bi đường xa nữa. Lại là một con bi khó. Lệch cả mét đến từ Mcbride và cơ hội sẽ được trao lại dành cho Laz Martinez. Cái má này thật sự vẫn chưa phải là một cái má ngon với tay cờ trẻ người Mỹ.
Martinez has a chance to come around 3 rails here. Positive thing with that is he'll make more room for the 7 and 10. The cue ball going to play. It's looking pretty good. Oh, caught the wrong part of the 7. That's so tough there.
Vẫn là đùi con bi số 5. Bắt buộc là phải nhảy qua đầu con bi số 7 thôi.
Shoot that 10 more times and it would never come up like this. He would have a shot.
Yep. Still alive on the jump here, but he's running out of time. Does he even have an extension? If he doesn't, he's got to get at it right away. 1 second left. And got the cue ball. Good shot there, recovering from a decided he didn't want to jump at last minute. Had to run back to his chair. A lot going on, but he still did well.
Rather well composed there.
Yeah, it's about as good as he could be. Bride will be looking to hit the top side of this 5. Bank it back to the middle of the short rail. Tough shot. Yeah, it's so easy to miss.
Không thành công chạm được con bi số 5 và cơ hội đặt bi dành cho Laz Martinez. Với những con bi ở trên bàn, tôi vẫn đang thấy con bi số 8 có vẻ như là có đường riêng. Đúng rồi, với cái góc máy quay chính diện này thì chúng ta có thể thấy được con bi số 8 vẫn có đường riêng dành cho Laz Martinez. Chỉ có duy nhất là 5 điều ra 6 thôi. Hơi thiếu lực. Tuy nhiên đây vẫn sẽ là một cái má đẹp. Sẽ là một cú đẩy 3 băng để điều ra con bi số 7.
Angle going up table. It's tough because if you start moving the cue ball up table, you have to kind of stun it. If you were playing more natural, you could guarantee the speed a little more. So he might consider just not moving at all. He didn't. So he's going to run into the 9 now. Ideally pushing the 9 over the same corner pocket as he'll be playing the 8 in.
Vẫn phải ngắm nghía rất kỹ với cái má con bi số 8.
Getting a for sure look on the pocketing there.
Referee in a good place to make the call right behind the player.
Rồi, như vậy là không còn đường con bi số 8 và cơ hội vào bàn dành cho Mcbride. Tuy nhiên là con bi chủ lúc này nó vẫn đang nằm ở vị trí tương đối khó nha.
Position on the cue ball, the 8 should still be safe.
Chỉ cho mình cái lỗ con bi số 8 và lỗ giữa. Sẽ phải là một cú đẩy cực kỳ chính xác. Có ý tưởng là kê con bi số 10. Không thành công, vẫn đang ra một cái má khó với Laz Martinez.
Bank the 8-2 rails and draw the cue ball slightly to the right using the 10-9 as blockers. Calling it in the side just because the 8's traveling that way. It's not going to come around enough, or is it?
No.
He got him on the pocketing.
Yeah.
Payne can
sẽ phải liên tục là những cái pha thủ bi, cần phải có pha thủ bi chặt chẽ đến từ Mcbride.
Called the far corner. I doubt he'll actually try to cut it in.
That might have a scratch.
Again, real aggressive from McBride there. And that one's going to prove costly.
Quyết định vừa rồi đang để lại cho Laz Martinez một cơ hội tấn công ở con bi số 8. Có thể chém về lỗ góc bên tay trái.
Fortunate to come away with that second set, even though he played well himself.
Yeah, Martinez seemed to hold the advantage, just couldn't win that last game. But looks like he's going to be back in the lead here. Shot, a little heavy, but a big favorite on this 10 ball here.
Nicely done. 2-1. Third and final set.
Yeah, confident stroke on the 10 there. Playing it in with authority. Break and runs have been at a premium, but Martinez definitely breaks well enough that he's a threat.
If you just joined us, we are sponsored by Samsung TV, Little Monster, Yali, and Predator, Kamui, Box Billiards, Pro Billiard TV. This is the American Junior.
Tỷ số đã được nâng lên thành 2-1. Laz Martinez đang tới rất gần hơn với cái chiến thắng ở trong trận thi đấu bán kết 2.
Yeah, so Martinez one game away from that. Did we have a result in the other semifinal?
Oh yeah,
this point?
Nico Konkol was able to defeat Savannah Easton in the third and final set.
Okay.
I believe it, yeah, it went down at 4-1.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember it was a 3-1, and then Nico was able to take that off.
Well, good comeback for him, considering he lost the first set. McBride looking to do the same thing here. Watch the cue ball, it's in, and McBride needed this break. Rack's looking pretty open except for the 3, but he'll have ball in hand to navigate towards that shot. Yeah, Martinez upset there. Pretty big mistake at this point in the match.
In fact, looking at the scoreline of that other semifinal, Nico was able to win 8-1 in the last 2 sets.
Good for him. I mean, that's...
So a combination, he played great or Savannah did not play so good, but the scoreline reflects one or the other.
Yeah, he's been playing well all tournaments, so probably a lot of run-up play in that match. Watch out for the 7. I think it got him. Oh, it's close. Yeah, it did. Jeez.
And here comes the jump cue. He's done that a few times now.
Yeah, it's kind of rare for a stronger player to, make mistakes on the actual position, but it has happened a few times. Not by much, but I mean.
Enough to be frustrated by it too. Right. It's very frustrating.
Yeah. And he's left Martinez pretty much straight in here. see first time really in the match, McBride showing a little bit of emotion, and I don't blame him. It's tough. Wants to get straight enough on the 4 here that he can hold on the right side of the table for the 5 in the corner. If he gets more angle, he can play the 5 in the side as well. They're going to go for the 5 in the side. It's actually a little thin here. Might have to go, like, even for drawing back for the side. I think he's going to go 2 rails across for the corner. Nicely played. Open table play here for Martinez. Again, if he makes it to 3, he'll be guaranteed a shootout, so that'll be a real positive thing mentally for him for the rest of the set. Likes to use that 3-finger under open bridge, just like Shane.
It's funny how watching someone, how you emulate them, and how it's actually very, very good to do, because it usually, your mind picks up so many positive things when you're watching.
Especially if it's a real top player like Shane, right? I mean, there's no doubt he's doing a lot of things right. So if you can pick anything up from world-class players that work for you, it should be a good thing.
Or practice them enough until they work for you.
Sure. Staying in line nicely here. You can draw up the rail. Got to smooth this ball as much as you can. Keep the speed down here.
This isn't a gimme.
Yeah, a little short on position, but it's because he wanted to not hit the overhit the 9.
Tester.
Good shot.
Cue ball.
Should be okay. It's actually on line to the corner. Light enough though.
No speed. I like the little nod of the head. Yeah, hit that just right. Good job. And that's a 3-1. Nice steady run out there by Laz Martinez.
Safe efficiency around the same. Safe returns pretty similar. Tough to really pick out a difference. I feel like both players could have played a little bit better in spots. McBride with a couple misses when he was playing tougher position. Hooking himself a couple times. Martinez, I feel, has played a little stronger overall. Only faltered a bit when he had one good chance to get over the finish line in the second set.
And there's an anxious moment.
Yeah, Raw Hanna in the crowd as well, one of the promoters of the American Junior Series.
I didn't see him back
there. Yeah, I
there.
can't quite see him on this angle, but he's in the center section. There goes the 1.
Yeah.
3 balls down, but nothing on the 2.
Rod does a lot with a GIC.
Yeah, so it's the American Junior Tour promoted by Predator that leads up to this tournament, and pretty sure I should know the answer to this, but I'm pretty sure that the 12 players selected were the top 12 players that qualified over the course of the year in that junior series. 4 looks okay. So McBride's going to have to come up with another kick here. Cue ball can stick, and he's got a lot of blockers in the middle.
Doesn't want to kick it past up to 3.
Yeah, main thing here is the 2's a little far from the rail, so it's a little tough to stick the cue ball. You got to get the speed right. Got to hit the object ball right in the center of the angle. I like that he's coming at it with a lot of spin. Makes the center of the angle bigger when you spin it this much. Nice hit. Can't be hit any better. And there it is. Good result for McBride. So hanging in.
Not sure he can hit the top part of the rail there above the side pocket.
Yeah, there's room.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Biggest problem is the 2's playing into the 3, and you're gonna tend not to get much separation. The chance McBride needed. Tough opener. He'll be going for it. Cue ball can play across in between the 4-8. Pressure's on McBride here. Really only needs 2 to force a shootout. Cue ball.
Ouch.
That's cool, man. Actually hit the point and still went in. But here it is for Martinez. Chance to advance to the final now. Winner will play Nico Conco at 4 p.m. Pacific.
Laz has been money on these straightforward runouts.
Yeah, make him a favorite here, but you know he'll know the match is on the line. He's human. He's going to be feeling some pressure. Seems very composed overall. Plays the game well. Good demeanor around the table. Final promises to be a good one. Nice and close to the 8, so he'll be able to manipulate the cue ball however he likes here. Whoa, chose distance there. I would have chosen to get closer to the 9. I think it's because he couldn't reach it and he just didn't want to overplay the position. Kind of knew he was off balance a bit. But here it is. The 9 ball for the match.
Carries natural position for the 10.
Got it. Little angle on the 10, but he'll be okay here.
Rồi, như vậy là trận chung kết chỉ cách Laz Martinez có một con bi mục tiêu nữa thôi. Con bi mục tiêu số 10. Con bi rất đơn giản dành cho Martinez. Và thành công rồi. Và như vậy là xin chúc mừng cho Laz Martinez đã có cho mình tấm vé vào thi đấu trận chung kết của American Junior. Và cảm ơn tất cả anh em đã theo dõi trận thi đấu này, và chúng ta cùng nhau nghỉ ngơi ít phút trước khi đến với trận thi đấu tiếp theo, trận thi đấu của Albin Ocean và Daniel Machion nha. Cảm ơn tất cả các bạn rất nhiều và hẹn gặp lại tất cả các bạn sau ít phút nữa.